So let's listen to it. You hear that? When you hear that sound, a lot of people say, oh, there might be a problem with the relay, or your battery is not fully charged. This battery is fully charged because you see we just took off the charger. The battery's a new battery. So, and plus the solenoid's working because you actually hear the power going to the solenoid. Now if there was no power going to the solenoid and you click it, hold on, let me get this set a little better. So if there's no power going to the solenoid, you won't hear no click. That's one thing. If the solenoid was damaged to an extent that where you hear no click, but you know there's power going there, then you know the solenoid is damaged. But we know that there's power going to the solenoid because why? We heard the sound. Now, as far as the battery being dead, we got that out of the question. As far as is there power going there, we got that out of the question because we hear the click. Now that's the same sound that it would make that if there wasn't enough current or there was a problem with the current from the battery or the secondary or the primary, then it would also do that as well. But what's happening here is you're getting the click because the power is going there, so it's giving the jolt, but the starter, we already know, like I explained, is stuck. So it's sending the current, you hear the click, it sends the current, but there's nothing turning over because it's stuck. So watch what I tell you. Listen. Did you hear that? Now look again. Now you hear a grinding sound. That's because it's stuck. It's trying to free up. So. Okay. So we're gonna be moving the starter from over here. Let me get my little flashlight. I'm going to be using to release those bolts. Let me see. This is 5/16. So right in here. Let me see. From right in here on this side, you can see the back of the starter. I don't know. Maybe you can see it from right here. Okay, so. See those two bolts right there? I'm going to remove those two bolts right there and try to back the starter out. I'm going to loosen those two bolts right there. Loosen those two bolts right there and then try to back the starter out from where it's installed. I might have to try to like get on the other side. You see where the starter goes to the outer case? I may have to go there with a flathead screwdriver to get it to pop out, but that's how I'm going to remove it. So let me see if I can. Alright, so I'm going to work from right here. I'm going to work through here. I'm going to go in here with my hand. I don't know if you can see that. This is tricky for me to put the camera and do this at the same time. Let me see. Right there. Alright, so that's the point right there. I'm gonna get those two things right there. Those two, and then try to back it out. So I'm gonna pause this, do that, and then I'll be right back with you guys. Back it out. Now you see how I loosened it from the other side like I was telling you, and I just took this flathead right here. Let's see if we can, boom. Took that, put that right between this area right here, and I popped it out. So now look it, see it, it's free floating. So we're gonna pop it out from the other side, like I told you, from this side of the bike, from over here. We're gonna pop it out from over here. So you know, you just got to be very careful when you're working on your bikes, because like me, silly me, I do more damage to the bike every time I'm working on the bike. It's like I fix one thing and on to the next thing. Oh well, it happens. Can't cry over spilled milk. You know, we learn off our mistakes. Unfortunately, some mistakes could be more pricey than others, but you know, You live and you learn. What can you do? You know, getting all stressed out and beating yourself up, I mean, it's not going to solve the problem. I mean, only if working on the problem, fixing on the problem, getting past the problem is going to be the best. So, alright, so I'm pulling out the starter. Alright, let's see if I can fit it through here, because if not, then I might have to try to swing it around. Alright, so you see the side of the bike I'm on, right? Alright. Maybe if I put the camera down, but nah, I want to show you guys. Because if I can get through here and do it like this with one hand, then that means it's just as easy for you guys. Alright, so this is us doing this. I'm doing this with you guys, the watchers. I appreciate those that watch my videos. Ain't the best. Alright, just trying to stretch the video, trying to prolong the fact that one-handed I'm not doing it, but it requires me to put the camera down. I really don't want to put the camera down because then you guys can't really see. Oh shit, where the hell did that thing go? Gotcha. It actually fell deep in there. That's funny. Alright, let's get this bad boy out. Just gotta get the head through. That's what you said. I'm just joking, no offense to anybody. Alright, so you gotta turn it so that the side that holds the wire, this terminal, doesn't get caught. So you see how I pulled that out, the starter? Took no plastics off. Didn't open up no engine case. Didn't drain no oil. And we got her out. So now I just gotta service this thing. I'm gonna work on it. So I'm just gonna open it up, clean it out. I seen they have this dry lube / cleaner. Excuse me for all the us. It's WD 50 or something like that. Basically, it's just like it dissolves, it like evaporates or whatever it's called. I think it's one of those that you can put on like electric boards, on electric stuff, and basically it rinses the debris out and then it dries up. But you can't have no current go to it until it's fully dry. To find out which one it is, drop me a message and I'll be glad to post that to the reply. If you want to look down on the reply, then I'll have the specific name of what it is and the purpose of it. So all your starters might still be salvageable. Any motor can be rewired, the brushes can be changed. You know, it's always cheaper to refurbish, fix, than to buy new, depending what parts. Some parts could be pricey. If you're willing to do the work yourself and you have the skills, you know, because to each their own. Some people are on different levels of things, but if you could able to get to this point right here, then you could probably service it yourself. You know, basically you see all this right here, all this stuff. Look at this. That's all grease, oil, and grime, dirt, oxidation, everything you could think of in there. So all that stuff is caked up in here because it finds its way right in there. See on the side of that gear down there, that shaft, it gets in there and it works its way in there. And plus the brushes create dust powder in there, and with all this lubrication getting in there, it creates grit, a lubricated grit. I don't know if that even makes sense. So it's just so caked up in there that it stops it, and the actual lube that it might need is not adequate or efficient. So it's basically all caked up and it's got it pasted in there, and plus with the cold metal and everything, it's just not a good thing. I'm bambling now. So you could always do your own thing. So I'm going to open this up. I'm going to continue a video with that. So look for that video of me opening this up and cleaning it. It should be posted after this one. So you see now I removed that for anything. I appreciate if you like, subscribe, and share, follow. Thank you.